and our administrators walking forward, the beacon of lights of our school, the pillars for our students. We would like the parents and the family members here to appreciate them as they do come down to begin today's procession.
اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق خلق الإنسان من علق اقرأ وربك الأكرم الذي علم بالقلم علم الإنسان ما لم يعلم كلا إن الإنسان ليطغى أن رآه استغنى إنا إلى ربك الرجعى أرأيت الذي ينهى عبدا إذا صلى أرأيت إن كان على الهدى أو أمر بالتقوى أرأيت إن كذب وتولى ألم يعلم بأن الله يرى.
From a cloud of blood. Read, and your Lord is the most gracious, who has taught by the pen. He has taught man that which he knew not. Nay, verily man does transgress, because he considers himself self-sufficient. Surely into your Lord is the return. Have you seen him who prevents a slave when he prays? Have you seen if he is under guidance, or enjoys piety? Have you seen if he denies truth and turns away? Does he not know that Allah sees everything?
Whatever you do and whatever you decide, you always have to remember just be true to yourself and remember where you came from, who you are, and one day you'll come home.
leaders of our generation, of your generation. But here's the challenge. When you go to college, what are you being taught? You're being taught how to think. You're being taught how to wrestle with ideas. You're being taught critical thinking. And I'll tell you frankly, I can often tell when a student of mine is a graduate of full-time Islamic school. Usually I can tell which Islamic school it is by the quality of the paper. And you, as graduates of IFS, you have to show that as graduates of IFS, you're coming from the best of the best, from the best teachers. But what will also happen is you're going to be facing questions that will challenge your faith. You will be facing questions that you don't have answers for, even though your teachers have probably been telling you these answers for the past 12 years. You're going to be facing questions of faith. Why is it that my dua is not being answered? Is Allah there? Is Allah there to answer my questions? And I'll tell you this, my beloved young people. You already know the challenges you're going to face in life. That on the one hand, you're going to have prosperity, on the other hand, you're going to have loss. In terms of prosperity, you face prosperity with gratitude to Allah. You say, Alhamdulillah. And when you face with loss, when you are hit with loss, because you will be hit with loss, you persevere through it, as the previous speakers have mentioned. But you also know that Allah will not give you anything that you cannot handle.
Valedictorian, Iman Khan, please grace the stage with your presence and address your student valedictorian.
Teachers and classmates, Assalamu alaikum. I would like to start by thanking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for giving me this opportunity to stand here in front of you today on behalf of myself and my classmates at the commencement of the class of 2011. The year has gone by too fast and we find ourselves at yet another graduation. Our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "One who treads a path in search of knowledge has his path to paradise made easier by God." We are here not only to celebrate the end of one chapter of our lives, but also the beginning of a new one. As we say farewell to our high school years, we welcome with excitement the college experience that awaits us. It is yet another path of knowledge that we are blessed to walk on, and we should embrace this blessing to benefit us in both this life and the hereafter.
With the ability to be here today. I'd also like to thank my family for supporting me throughout my entire life. I really don't know what I would have done without my father's encouragement and my mother's compassion. I would also like to thank my brother Omar and my sister Dima. I would have probably gone crazy if I didn't have somebody to argue with at home. I would even like to thank my little sister Sadwa for making me the atmosphere at home much more happy and cheerful. Last but not least, I'd like to thank Mr. Hassan Begovic and Mr. Uthman for putting up with the stress of organizing this brilliant graduation.
Remembered in great ways. Our actions should be worth being remembered, and our good intentions should be reflected through our actions. When people think of each of us, they should think to themselves, I want to be like him or her.
People should admire our doings and think of us as exemplary people. The best example of all mankind is our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. After more than 1400 years, people still imitate every action he does, from the way he walks to the way he prays. To this day, people across the globe remember him and follow his ways on a daily basis for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We must use this as an inspiration to further strive in following the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Months after the passing away of our brother Nasser Sheikh, hundreds of people remember him every day and make dua for him. He has affected the lives of many kids. There are kids who before his passing away would never pray or touch the Quran, and after he passed away, they realized that life is short and they have made a 180-degree turn. And now every good deed they do, it goes back to Nasser Sheikh, inshallah. Nasser Sheikh has always been remembered as an intellectual, well-mannered, polite, respectful, and compassionate guy. He will always be remembered that way. Remembering him brings smiles to our faces because that's how we remember his pleasant, smiling, and shining with blessed light. Our main focus now should be preparing for the ultimate graduation in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I ask Allah to make us amongst those who grab our books in our right hands and not receive it in our left hands. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to reunite the families of Nasser Sheikh, Adnan Rahman, Hafiz Omar Ahmad, and Bilal Malik to their families, and shower them with your mercy, blessings, and grant them all patience. As we are moving on in life, I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless the graduates and the parents and families of the graduates. I ask Allah to make Umar, Muslih, Yunus Mahmoud, Imtiaz Jalil, Samir Martini, Abdullah Sayyid, Shadi Ishaq, Musa Abdul Jabir, Mansur Babar, and the sisters successful in this world and in the hereafter. I ask Allah to bless IFS, allow it to flourish and to develop elite students in future generations, to bless the teachers and Mrs. Hassan Begovich's trip safe and her stay there full of happiness and peace. I ask Allah to grant us all Jannat al-Firdaus. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
We ask you to turn your tassels from the right to the left. And Brother Mushtaq.
By the power given to me by the state of Illinois, I now present to you the graduating class of 2011.
Our graduating class will now be proceeding in the final procession. The brothers followed by the sisters. Your families can meet you in the back and continue this wonderful celebration. Jazakumullah khair for everyone coming today. May Allah reward you, bless you, and accept you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi. Madrasatuna IFS, Madrasatuna IFS, IFS is like home to me. I'll tell the people, but I doubt that I will find such a great school like IFS. Islam is taught here, Quran is taught here. We learn how to pray 5 times a day.